U.S. President Donald Trump. Suddenly, U.S. President Donald Trump unexpectedly ended his press conference on the coronavirus on Monday, after a controversy between him and an Asian American female reporter. CBS correspondent Wijia Jiang asked Trump why he has consistently insisted that the United States is doing better than any other country when it comes to conducting coronavirus tests. She continued her question, "What is the importance of this matter? And why is it for you global competition when there are Americans who lose their lives every day, and we still see more casualties daily?" Trump replied, "People are losing their lives everywhere in the world," then went on in an angry tone, "Maybe you should direct this question to China. Don't ask me, but ask China this question, and then you will get a very unusual answer." But while Trump was giving permission to another reporter to ask, Wei Jian, who was born in China, returned to another query to Trump, "Sir, why did he speak to me in particular," referring to her being of Asian descent. Trump replied, "I am not telling you these words in particular. Rather, I am telling it to everyone who might ask a shameful question like this." Then Trump gave permission to another reporter to ask while she continued, and Wijin asked for an answer to her question, before the president moved to a third reporter who was surprised that he suddenly ended his press conference and left, while she was asking her question. Solidarity was fast with Wei Jian on the internet, where she posted her tag, "Support Wei Jian" on Twitter. George Takei, an Asian American activist and actor, tweeted, "I stand with Wijia Jiang against Trump's outbursts of racism." As for CNN's April Ryan study, which was previously subjected to a similar situation with Trump, she wrote to Wijin, "Welcome to the club. This is nauseous. It is his habits." Trump does not hide his dislike of the media, and has often clashed verbally with reporters during his daily press conferences on the coronavirus. On Monday, the United States crossed the 80,000 threshold of deaths from the coronavirus, according to the Johns Hopkins University census, which represents a tragic outcome of the worst in the world, and is expected to rise sharply in the coming weeks. His question and answer session on the Krone infection on Monday, after a debate among him and an Asian American female columnist. CBS reporter Wijia Jiang asked Trump for what reason he has reliably demanded that the U.S. is showing improvement over whatever other nation with regards to leading Krone infection tests. She proceeded with her inquiry, "What is the significance of this issue? Furthermore, for what reason is it for you worldwide rivalry when there are Americans who lose their lives each day? We despite everything see more losses day by day." Trump answered, "Individuals are losing their lives wherever on the planet." At that point went on in a furious tone, "Perhaps you should guide this inquiry to China. Try not to ask me, yet pose China this inquiry, and afterward you will find an extremely bizarre solution." Be that as it may, while Trump was offering consent to another correspondent to ask, Wei Jian, who was conceived in China, came back to another question to best, "Sir, for what reason did he address me specifically," alluding to her being of Asian drop. Trump answered, "I am not revealing to you these words specifically. Or maybe, I am telling it to each and every individual who may pose a disgraceful inquiry like this." At that point Trump offered authorization to another columnist to ask while she proceeded, and Wijin requested a solution to her inquiry, before the president moved to a third correspondent who was shocked that he out of nowhere finished his public interview and left, while she was posing her inquiry. Solidarity was quick with Wei Jian on the web, where she posted her tag backing Wei Jian on Twitter. George Takei, an Asian American lobbyist and entertainer, tweeted, "I remain with Wijia Jiang against Trump's upheavals of bigotry." Concerning CNN's April Ryan study, which was recently exposed to a comparable circumstance with Trump, she wrote to Wijin, "Welcome to the club. This is sick. It is his propensities." Trump doesn't shroud his abhorrence of the media, and has frequently conflicted verbally with columnists during his everyday public interviews on the Krone infection. On Monday, the U.S. crossed the 80,000 limit of passings from the Krone infection, as indicated by the Johns Hopkins College registration, which speaks to a lamentable result of the most noticeably awful on the planet, and is relied upon to rise forcefully in the coming weeks.